Today we celebrate the second Sunday of Ordinary Time. Last Sunday concluded the Christmas season. As a traditional Sunday on the liturgical calendar, we do not call last Sunday the first Sunday in Ordinary Time, but rather the baptism of the Lord. In being baptized in the Jordan River by John the Baptist, Jesus both ended his private life in Nazareth, that we celebrate during the Christmas season, and began his public ministry, which we focused on during Ordinary Time. Ordinary Time will be followed by Lent, when we focus on Jesus' Passion, then we celebrate Easter, and finally return once again to Ordinary Time. In 1 year's time, we relive all the phases of Jesus' life: birth, public ministry, passion, death, resurrection, and ascension into heaven. This Sunday, we are centering our attention on the beginning of Jesus' ministry, specifically Jesus' first public miracle. Jesus' first public miracle was transforming water into wine. The water that Jesus transformed into wine was sitting in 6 stone jars, big large jars, that John tells us were used, and I quote, for the Jewish rites of purification. This means that this water was not clean drinking water, but rather water sitting in stone jars that were used to clean dirty hands and other parts of the body that may be dirty. Likely, comments Scott Hahn, the water in these jars were also a little dirty, since the servants would not have cleansed the stone vessels in the same way if the stone vessels were holding water to drink from. And yet Jesus chose this impure water to be transformed, not just into wine, but the best of wine, as the gospel passage indicates. Why did Jesus choose changing dirty water into fine wine to be his first public miracle? Why didn't Jesus choose another miracle to be his first public miracle, asked Brant Petrie, such as healing someone from blindness, casting out a demon, or raising someone from the dead? Perhaps, answers Petrie, Jesus transformed dirty water into the best of wine in the context of a marriage feast to emphasize an important aspect of his identity that is more important than being an exorcist or a doctor who heals and brings back to life. So what is more important for Jesus' identity than being an exorcist, someone who casts out devils, or being a healer? By transforming dirty water into the best of wine at a marriage banquet, where the person responsible for making sure there was enough wine was the groom, Jesus was indicating that he is the true groom, the groom of grooms. The perfect groom in him is himself as the divine bridegroom, as the fulfillment to today's first reading from Isaiah, which describes God as a divine bridegroom and the people of Israel as God's bride. In this Mass, we will witness an even greater miracle than changing water into wine. In this Mass, wine mixed with a little water will be transformed into the body and blood of Jesus Christ. The water represents Jesus' human nature, that is mingled with his divine nature in his one divine person, and at the consecration is transformed into Jesus' risen body and blood, which we receive. We, presuming we're in the state of grace, are like the stone vessels that contain slightly dirty water. Our dirtiness that we bring to this Mass are our imperfections and venial sins. May we bring our imperfect selves to Jesus so that he can purify us by touching our waters with his presence and transforming them with his divine blood, that not only transforms us individually, but transforms us as a people, corporately, as a community, where we become united by one blood in the one family of the Catholic Church, who share in the one royal, divine bloodline of Jesus Christ. God bless.